Welcome back everybody to Tesla Driver. I hope you're doing very well. Today we're going to be looking at a brand new Model Y Performance all-wheel drive in the UK. We're going to take it for a spin, check out all the features, the autopilot, how it drives, how it sounds. But first we're going to have a look around the car, inside the car, and I'm going to try and give you as in-depth review as I can. I'm recording this after the fact, so these are my opinions after I've driven the car, been in my Model 3, tested this out, and I think this is the best side of it. I'm not so sure about it from the front. It looks a little bit like a swollen Model 3. In this color combo with these alloys though, it looks amazing. But this kind of back third is definitely where it's at. It looks very much Model X-y. These alloys just give it, they just look so good. They're harsh. They are harsh when you're driving. You feel the bumps. They are quite noisy in that, but they just look amazing. So in the front, I was quite impressed. The frunk is bigger than the Model 3, loads of usable space in here. This is actually one of the things I love about the Teslas. I keep like my tire pressure stuff in there, the warning triangle, all that kind of stuff. And it closes the same way and just closes too. And then around the back, the boot as well is so much nicer than my Model 3. Not only is it power lifted, but the whole back opens. It's not like a saloon. The whole back opens, and look at the space. You've got huge space in the middle. Two huge cubbies either side, and again a massive space down the bottom here. There's also two speakers in the back, which would be on your parcel shelf, a little light, and then two switches, and these actually drop down the seats inside, which is just awesome, absolutely awesome. And again, to close it, press the button, it comes down by itself. This is something that I kind of expected in my Model 3 and is in new Model 3s now, but it was just nice to have. So stepping into the back here, I'm 6'2", and I've got size 15 UK feet, so take that as you will. That's kind of the space I have. In the middle, again, plenty of space, and this is even with my seat fully back in its normal position. Really impressed by that. Comfy for a long road trip. And in the front, again, it also looks amazing. There's loads of space here. I like the new designs. I like the new details around the side. It feels a lot more premium. It feels German, even though this is Chinese made. I said to the salesman, I said, it sounds and feels like a Golf, which is really, really a good thing. It's got a massive roof all the way back, which is a little bit different to my Model 3. In the front seat, though, everything is pretty much the same. Nothing's changed. The one big difference is the windows. So these acoustic windows, they're double glazed, and trust me, it's just such a difference. Listen to this. It's so whisper quiet, and you'll hear that when we go around the drive, or you won't hear it when we go around the drive a little bit later. The other difference is the steering wheel does feel nicer. It's also heated. I have a little test of that later too, and trust me, it's amazing. I really love it. Center console, it's nice, it's tidy, it looks good, but it doesn't quite have as much storage as my Model 3, which I was surprised about. I think that's just because they've tried to make it more sleek and more slimline. But overall, I love it. Other than that, though, everything's the same. The seats are a little bit tighter, and in the inside, I just feel at home. But outside, I think this thing looks amazing. So, let's take it for a spin.
Okay, let's take this for its first spin then. So we've come off some country roads here. We're going to go onto a motorway, do country driving, motorway driving. It's the same key feature. So put the key down there, the car will start, and let's just navigate somewhere here, shall we? Let's go to, where should we head off to? Let's go down here to these chargers and see what route it takes us. All right, let's give it a go. So the screen definitely seems smaller to me, and I don't know if that's some sort of weird effect that because everything else in the car is bigger than the Model 3, and of course it looks the same as the Model 3, the screen looks a little bit smaller, but I've been assured it is the same size. It looks really nice. It looks really bright, really crisp. I don't know if they've changed it. Again, whether it's a placebo effect of a new car, I'm not 100% sure, but it is looking good. So we're going to do a 20, maybe 30-minute drive here, and I'm going to give you my exact reactions as we go of this car. So just driving it now, it feels great. It is so quiet. I mean, it makes my Model 3 seem really noisy. Of course, it's got the double glazing on the window. It's new, so it doesn't have the squeak and the rattles that I had from my bushes on my Model 3 that have gone. That's why the car's in at the moment, getting that changed. And the only thing you can hear is my Coca-Cola and the ice cubes jiggling about in the middle. Maybe one rattle on this left door card. Yeah, there's a rattle. There's a rattle over there on the door card. But other than that, it's very, very quiet, and it feels really tight. It feels really good. The seats hug me a bit more. They've definitely got some more side support, and I do feel up. I feel bigger. I feel a lot more I feel like I have a lot more power than when I'm driving the Model 3. So I think this has got, it's got most of the features. It just doesn't have the full self-drive readiness. Oh no, it is ready for it. It doesn't have the full self-drive software, but it still comes with like the autopilot. So I can show you here, if I double tap, there you go, autopilot comes on like it normally does. And we're going to test all the features. We'll go try and park it, see if the parking stuff works as well. Another new thing that my Model 3 doesn't have is the speaker at the front, and I've noticed that this, when I'm reversing, makes a slight noise, which I'm not anti. I don't mind the noise, but I think I prefer the fact that mine didn't make the noise, if I'm being totally honest. Okay, in terms of autopilot, it should be the same as what I've got. It hasn't said on it that it's got like the traffic lights stopping and stuff, so I don't think it's going to stop for traffic lights. How does it handle this? Oh, it doesn't like it. Poor visibility because of the sunshine there, and it's bringing us down to about 20. That was unexpected. And that was just a bit of sunlight, so, but again, that would happen on mine as well. I was just wondering if they had improved it at all, maybe made it so that the cameras can see through blinding light a bit better.
In 500 feet, enter the roundabout. Take the 4th exit.
Okay. Let's take these roundabouts here then and get onto the motorway. The motorway is definitely where I hear the noise the most, with the wind noise and everything on the Model 3. And this feels bigger, so I can't, for example, I can't see the light in the at the front, whereas on the Model 3 I can kind of see I can see my light on the bonnet, which gives me a good sense of distance and depth. I don't quite get that on this. Not a problem, because I know the car's very short in itself as well. Visualization's looking good. This actually might look a little bit clearer than mine. It's looking pretty snappy. Let's see what the cameras look like. These are definitely better. Look how crisp these are looking. Again, I'm not sure if this is because of the screen or whether the cameras have changed, but that's looking really crisp, I've got to say. This is also the performance model, so we're going to put it to test as well. We'll see the speed of it, how it picks up, how it goes off. I'm expecting it to feel very much like the Model 3. I think when you get kind of 4 seconds 0 to 60, the difference is quite small that you don't really notice it, whereas this, I mean, yeah, look at that. It just pulls straight off, really good. Flat down. Yeah, fast, very fast. It made a noise as well, which I honestly didn't expect. It was making some sort of like whizzing noise or whirring noise, exceeding, I'm not sure what this is about. Okay, let's try it on the autopilot then. I'm not sure why this is saying 40. We're clearly on the motorway here. There we go, it's picked it up to 70, so it's just a little bit behind. On the motorway, I feel higher up. I feel more powerful. I'm going to try and... Oh, interesting. So as soon as I indicated, it turned off autopilot. That must be the difference. I'm not noticing, like, for example, the line. It's not following any sort of line. Oh, slamming on the brakes there as well. Does not like that camper van, which it thinks it's a lorry. Oh, it's so quiet. The wind noise, I mean, there is still wind noise, and of course we've got no music on or anything. And it's braking quite hard here. No, that feels good. That feels really good. I think it's a little bit worried about what this Ford's going to be doing on the right here, because he keeps on looking like he's going to come in, but I don't think he is. So if we turn this off, yeah, there's nothing here to turn on, navigate on autopilot, so it definitely doesn't have all of the gizmos and gadgets and software updates. Again, apply light force. Some things this does have, apparently, that my car doesn't, is things like a heated steering wheel. I don't need it today. I would actually like a cooled steering wheel. There it is down there, so you can turn it on or off. I'm gonna turn it on and just see how hot this gets and how fast it gets. So if I wanted to merge left, is it going to do it? Oh, it does do it. Okay, so maybe I just pulled a bit too hard. It's a lot more No, it's not. It definitely turns off. It definitely turns off. I was thinking there, but I had actually turned it slightly myself. Interesting, okay. I've got to be quite careful on that then, because I haven't driven a Tesla without the full self-drive and everything. So it does feel a little bit different if it's not doing everything that I'm used to it doing. I don't want to undercut all these drivers, so I'm going to have to slow down. But the biggest thing that I've noticed is definitely the noise, or lack of noise. It's very, very quiet. It's very nice and relaxing. We'll give it another whirl in a second. We'll try and indicate around this and see if it does take us. Oh, I can feel this getting hot. I literally wondered why my hands started to sweat. Wow, that's really hot. That's really, really hot. I'm not exaggerating that. This steering wheel feels very, very warm indeed, which is a surprise. I didn't expect it to get that hot quite that quick. Feels nice though. I can see on a winter day, yeah, on a winter day, that is absolutely lovely. Okay, so if I go into the left lane, yeah, so it's not doing anything, and then I have to pull it over myself. But then it works happily. It's still got all the visualization and stuff, and I'm gonna see if it has the new update, because apparently in this new update, it can see doors open that are open, and if the doors are in the way, it'll actually give you like a little red warning light, which is quite interesting. I need to turn this off. Oh my gosh. This is getting very hot. Very, very hot indeed.
In 1 mile, keep left to take exit 19 onto A369 towards Portishead.
Is it going to go past it? I think it's seeing the green dotted line, and it's taking that green dotted line on the road as the main line, because I definitely feel further over to the right-hand side. But yeah, I feel higher up. It's quieter. Other than that, it's very much the same. And I'm thinking about upgrading. Basically, that's the main reason. I was going to jump on and get one last month when they were doing some good company car tax offers. But because they're thinking of taking away all the referral supercharging stuff, I kind of pulled out, because I don't want to get it if I'm not going to get the free miles that I've earned. Okay, let's see how it handles this. So we'll go into this car park. We'll see if we can see if it will park itself. I sadly can't do the summoning, advanced summoning, or anything like that, because obviously I don't have. Oh, look at that! So it's pulling me over there because of the lorry. I definitely noticed it pull me over, and it's decided to take the middle lane, which is fine.
In 1,000 feet, enter the roundabout and take.
I think I'm meant to be going left here, actually. I am meant to be going left here. Oh well, I'll do a U-E, I think, and come back on ourselves.
Now enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
Move over to the right lane here. Yeah, it's definitely something rattling in this door card over there. Other than that, I can't hear any other major difference. Okay, actually, let's navigate back to Tesla in Bristol.
Drive east on A369 for 300 feet.
Okay, let's see how the autopilot pulls us in here. There's no one around us. Yeah, it does it at 35 miles an hour, which is slow considering we're going onto the motorway, but I'm gonna put that down because it doesn't have the full self-drive option. That's why I don't think it's doing everything I expect it to. I'm used to it doing it. Expect driver speed limit of 50. I don't understand this speed limit of 50. That must be something preset in the car, that the whole car is set to go 50 only. Seems a little bit strange. Okay, let's pull out here. And I do find it funny, once things are taken away, for example, the auto change lane, the fact that it doesn't have auto change lane is quite strange to me, just because I'm so used to flicking it after I've checked everything and letting the car do its own thing. It's not going past this car, and you can see that on the autopilot screen. It's got it highlighted, or actually darkened, in this black color, which basically means it's not going to go past it. I've pushed my foot down to make sure, to basically tell the car you can go past those cars.
In 1 mile, keep right to stay on M5 towards M48, London.
Yeah, all the bumps and stuff are very quiet. Compared to the Model 3, if I don't have my music kind of turned up, it's incredibly noisy. And like this, for example, next to an Amazon lorry here, or a co-op lorry, whatever one it is, surprisingly not as loud as I thought it would be. That's really good. I'm actually quite impressed by that. If you guys can pick up that rattle over there. It's something very, very small, but something is rattling. I think it's either the door card. It's definitely somewhere near that door card on the left.
Now keep right to stay on M5.
To be honest, I don't know if the update or the upgrade for full self-drive, I think it's like 6, 7, 8,000, something like that. You really don't need it, and you haven't needed it for the last 6, 7 years that it's been out, to be honest. This is absolutely fine. You don't get all the bells and whistles. It's not going to change lanes. It's not going to come off for you and stuff. But those are the some times where it can go wrong. Whereas this is obviously, it's just following the lane, so it's just keeping you in lane, making sure cars are a safe distance away and stuff. And it's very, very good at that. All right, let's pull out here. And again, just with that little speed boost, it makes the car so much easier to drive. And even at like this speed here, you can just, it makes a noise. It definitely makes a noise when you accelerate hard. Can you hear that? It's like a ooh. Let's try it again. Yeah, it is. It's like a proper ooh. I'm not sure what I think about that, to be honest. I think I prefer my one being silent. It'd be cool if you could change the sound to like a mixture of sounds that of your choice. Oh, it's still fast. There's still so much pull, and that is, to me, the most drawing thing, the best thing about the Teslas, just that instant power. I know most electric cars do that and give it to you, but it's just the way the Tesla seems to deliver that power. So again, it's not going to undercut that Ford. You can see here on the screen, it's blacked out. It doesn't seem like it has the new visualization though. I haven't noticed. Apparently it's going to make lorries the correct length and stuff. It's not just going to show a lorry, for example. It's noticed the sign up there going into a 50, so it's slowed us down to 50. But we are in fact going 45 because of this Ford here. And if I simply just accelerate a little bit, it will then kind of counteract it and start pushing past the Ford. So you can see there, as soon as I've put the accelerator down, it notices that it wants to go past, it notices I want to go past the Ford, and then it will slowly go past the Ford without speeding. let's see how it handles this junction then. I assume, again, if it doesn't have full self-drive, it's not going to pull itself off. I will try and indicate off and see if it does anything, but I don't think it will be doing anything. Oh, there's a tank over there. Picking up all the cones. Is it going to pick up the speed? It shouldn't show the speed limit. Is it? Oh, it is showing it, but it's confused because the speed sign is so big. It doesn't know the distance that the speed sign is away from it, because they're normally like a standard size. Again, indicating off. No, it just turns off autopilot, and then you have to do it yourself. So again, some things that you are going to miss not having the software update. All right, how do I quieten this lady down, because I don't need... There we go. Okay, let's go into a car park and see if we can find someone with their door open, and then we'll also see if it can park itself. Oh look, you can see the bus. Doesn't know it's a double-decker bus. Look at all the cones, my gosh. I'm gonna be overheating from all the cones. Okay, let's head straight to the mall then. Autopilot on. Yeah, it just goes straight through the lights, as if they're not even there. Does it show fallen over cones? No. I think it used to show fallen over cones. Again, straight through the lights. It's not showing any interest to the lights. That's where the performance is brilliant. When people are just sat at roundabouts and stuff, not sure what to do, you can just power straight through. No problems at all. Okay, let's have a look at this car park then. Yeah, this looks crystal clear. I don't know if they've just changed some settings, whether it's a new camera, I'm not sure, but it just looks really, really nice. Okay. Which way are we going? Let's go straight on here. Ah, perfect. Ah, they will let me go. That's very nice of them. I kind of wanted to stop though. I wanted to see them walk past. Yeah, that bit's still noisy. Okay, let's find a car parking space and see if this big boy can park itself. So obviously I'm used to driving a Tesla Model X and the Tesla Model 3. What does this feel more like? I think it feels more like the Model X to me, I think. Just because it's that little bit bigger. Okay, so is it going to pick up any of these disabled spaces on the left? No, you can see here it's not picked any of them up, so that's definitely not going to work for us. Oh, does it notice that car door? No, it didn't notice that car door open. There's a human there, and there we go, it's picked him up. Okay, let's find a space to try and park in then. Let's see if there's any spaces down here. Again, it's picked up the guy nice and early. There's a space there on the left. It's a very, very tight space. Is it going to have picked it up? No, so you see from that, it's not picked up that space there on the left, so we're not going to be able to get into that one. I'm not sure what this guy is doing. I think he's lost his car. Okay, we've got another space here on the right. I want to park in there. Is the car going to pick it up? No, you see, it's not picked that one up either, which is kind of strange. So maybe that is part of the software update. I'll double check that and I'll put it on the screen whether it is or isn't. But for any of these spaces that I'm going by that are clearly have space, normally on my car they'll show little P's, but on this they're not showing anything. And it's not having any interest. Let's drive back to Tesla then. Let's go see if my Model 3 is ready to pick up. What do I honestly think? Am I going to buy a Model Y? I honestly would, if they were still offering the 0% or 2% company car tax, and they were able to give me the supercharger miles that I was given for the 105 Tesla referrals. I honestly would. But the fact that they might be taking those referrals away, and I don't think they have the company car thing or any of those benefits anymore, it's hard to justify an upgrade when the Model 3 is still so good. But you can definitely feel the difference. You know that this, obviously it is a new car, but there's no part of me that thinks my Model 3 is better than this car. This car is definitely better than my Model 3. I do prefer the interior styling of my car being white. The white seats I really like, and having the white dash. I'm not sure on the wood dash. It's wood, not the biggest fan of it, but you know, it's fine. You could put some stickers over that and it could be whatever you want it to be, so I'm also not that bothered by it. But something interesting that they did say is in the UK you now can't get, and I assume globally you now can't get the Model S and the Model X in right-hand drive, so they really are just going to the Model 3 and the Model Y. And for what I need, the extra space and stuff, I actually called my wife Holly halfway through this to show her the car, and her face just lit up. She was so excited, but that's because she very much wants something that's a little bit bigger. And obviously this gives it to us. A little acceleration. Oh, feels nice. So let me know down below in the comment section what you think about the Model Y performance. Do you think I should upgrade? Do you think it's worth the upgrade? Shall I just stick with the Model 3? I'm honestly not sure. Need to see the prices and everything. But here it is, the new Tesla dealership, the new Tesla garage. It's actually really nice, and not being inside the mall or the mall is such a good idea. I don't know why it was in the mall before. It was so annoying. I'm really hoping that someone has a door open here and it's going to show me the door, but I can't see any open doors, if I'm being honest. Let's take this up. Oh, someone's taking the parking space. So there we have it, folks, the new Model Y performance. Well, I say new to me. First time I've been in one, first time I've driven one. What am I going to give it out of 10? It doesn't have all the software stuff that I liked, but everything else is better, so it's got to be a 10 out of 10. The software you can always buy later on. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this drive. Let me know if you want me to try any other cars or what else you want to see. I definitely think the Model 3 looks better than the Model Y at the front though. Let me know, which one do you think, black or white? I'd go for the black Model 3, definitely.